Mm. What is it? Oh, it's still February 25th. 9:47 a.m.
This is the defendant lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It's almost as if...
Something's been happening behind the scenes.
Edgeworth!
Knowing you've already figured out who the owner of 777 ID number is. That is.
Well, I have a pretty strong hunch.
That whore.
Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. That whore.
You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything.
True. Not yet.
In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling of rules. 5 minutes, right? And Chief Prosecutor Sky will be found guilty.
But she didn't do it.
I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here to hear what you have to say.
This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something. The only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. With a piece of candy.
Truth. A piece of candy.
Everything goes back to the SL9 itself.
Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. Okay.
That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened.
I'll think about it. See you in court, right?
Left. This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. It's February, 10 a.m.
Yeah. E-court.
I'm sassy.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
I'm offense. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Objection.
Normally this is objection when the prosecution puts forth his opening statement. Huh. But before that, the police chief has proposals to make.
Chief Gant, Cat, stop it.
Chief Cat. Meow. Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Edgy. Been back to the pool yet? No, I've been drowning. Enough as it is in my work. Ho ho, that's a good one. Don't think I can stop that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? That is to say, the defendant...
The cat's climbing the chair.
has asked me if she could speak directly to the court.
She wants to do what now?
Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. God, I hate him. What's this all about, defendant?
I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished.
Well then, what's your request?
Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana! You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. But Lana, Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. Prosecution may lack directive evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like to surrender your verdict now, if you please.
Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although this is unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise.
This can't be happening.
It is happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
It finds an objection.
Yes. One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come on now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you. But why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, I don't think I can hear for your tone, Chief Gant. What? Certainly another, fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal? Not everyone operates as you do, really. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. On to whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony.
Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue.
I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right? Chief Gant, Jesus. You'll live to regret this, mark my words. Jesus. This guy, please take the stand. Yeah, where the fuck was she?
Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins.
Now I must speak. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Skye. My occupation, I'm Leia's little sister. I want to be science investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though. I'm sorry. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall these events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial. The murder of Detective Goodman. In an incident that was resolved 2 years ago, really all that relevant? Yeah, it most certainly is. Well, okay then.
He sure gave in fast.
Now, please testify about what happened 2 years ago.
The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's about to lead to the truth behind this trial.
2 years ago. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me, but I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. It's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. That's understandable. However, please tell me more. Mr. Edwards, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor.
You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence.
Very well. Defendant may begin his cross-examination. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell us about that?
Mr. Marshall jumped on dark. Just then, the lights went out. The lights. It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on, and lightning struck nearby.
So the electricity went out.
Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but just lightning flashed again and outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind. I see. I told the detective about it, what I saw then.
The detective?
Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case.
Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim.
Hear more.
I want to hear more. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago?
Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial. You told Detective Goodman about what you saw. Yes, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture.
Picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before.
Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough?
This picture, the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning.
But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. Yeah, because it got stolen.
Yeah.
Witness, would you mind if we add this statement to your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost. Someone stole it.
Let's see. Should I press her on it, or...?
I think Gant stole it, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think...
What you thinking, sir?
I'm thinking...
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh yeah, the evidence list. Mr. Edgeworth. This little girl put all her heart in drawing that picture. And yet you would insist on denying its existence.
Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that, as a prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture.
Well, that might be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold!
Behold! This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident.
Please turn it over, Your Honor.
Turn it over, turn it over. Ah, what's this?
Yes. That's not me. What is that? I'm just...
Yeah, what is that? Sorry, I zoned out. I was looking at the picture.
Same, I was...
Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew. Yeah, because it doesn't look like a knife.
No.
Indeed. Two men appear to have been wrestling here.
He's like, arr.
Objection, what's the meaning of this? What are you doing with the list?
Me?
I stole it. Only prosecutor in charge should have access to this list. Huh. These lists, they're different from each other. What? It appear, Ms. Redworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. That's a cat. These two lists fit together to one from 1111. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. Yeah.
So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, I fucked. Only half the evidence in that case ever reached you.
What? What? Oh no. Order cheeseburgers. But Miss Sky, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Weird.
It got dark all of a sudden. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means so was my heart. Your Honor?
Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head.
If the evidence list was torn in half, I don't have eyes, then there might be more drawing on the back of Mr. Edwards' list.
Yeah, that's right. That's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth.
Inconceivable!
It's possible. Let's see.
Elemental P.
M&M's. Is something wrong?
Do you even have to ask?
I'm having a moment here. Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. That's that thing. Yeah, that thing. That thing. That was dancing in the evidence room. Clearly, the act of vandalism in the work of a certain chief of detectives.
I guess he was out of scrap paper. Restored and updated to the court.
Very well. Yes. Will you please testify about this picture you draw 2 years ago? Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Emma? She seems to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture.
Oh god. I'm stuck in my teeth.
Oh my god.
I know. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. And this is my teapot. The flash of lightning was so bright all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. The picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind.
Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw.
Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. Defense may now begin its cross-examination. Okay.
Okay, picture. Yeah. Because the thing is, it's very blunt. And so, does that mean the knife was broken before? Where's the autopsy? That's Goodman's. Didn't I have another one? Yeah. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction.
What? But I still remember just like it was yesterday. That's right. Perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture? What? Where did it touch you, son?
It touched me right here. I want to make sure I have it right.
Yeah.
The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken.
Mm-hmm. Even if I don't have to look closely, see that, Miss Wright. Mr. Wright, look at the evidence! See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too! If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body. If that close a piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer?
I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma.
And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem?
It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken.
What's the meaning of this? Objection! Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand.
Objection! Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it could possibly wind up there. It could not.
Alright, but what does this mean? Objection here! The tip of the knife was undoubtedly discovered within the victim's body.
Objection.
The only possible explanation is the witness memory is mistaken.
Objection. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure that she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure she remembered correctly.
There's no other way to explain that inconsistency.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Go slow. There's another explanation. Have you ever forgotten? Have you forgotten already?
Yeah.
About a little something called falsified evidence?
You're treading on thin ice, right?
All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility.
No. She got boots.
She does.
Order. Are you saying the investigation really was corrupt?
Your Honor, will you marry me? Please allow me to once again go over the evidence that took place the day of the murder.
Squeaky.
I know, Millie is crawling across it. Police department at the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day.
Oof. Yep.
After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in the story, there is a lie. And a B.
I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife. If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. Exactly. There must have been another broken knife. Wait, what are the chances of there being two broken knives?
Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? If the witness is adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by a simple observation error.
Mr. Wright! That's not her voice!
In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife.
She did.
I think it's the
Assume them.
the spear from the trophy.
Yeah. Assume that you have some information about the other broken knife. If so, please feel free to enlighten us.
The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. It's a picture! The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here, inside this picture.
Ah, this picture. Award ceremony. Ah! What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's the broken murder weapon.
Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall's holding.
That's a broken knife.
As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being said, the case, the knife of what the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award.
Order.
Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation.
That can't be. It's impossible.
Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth?
Because if the King of Award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed.
What do you mean?
I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the prosecutor was the one who actually died.
That's true. What's going on here?
It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Hold it. Yeah. Wait! I remember now! I remember everything! Witness? Mr. Edgeworth! What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please? His list. The one with that picture scribbled on the back. I knew it! This picture! I'm the one who drew it! What?
You drew that?
That's right! The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. Da, 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 da.
Oh, just like tilting away.
I was trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me. Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you recall, Miss Guy? Yes, Your Honor.
First the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger. Should be interesting. Okay.
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw a blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. I'm concerned. It's certainly most unusual. Try it. Impossible. The chief detective hadn't even designed him until this year.
That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago.
Yeah, well then, the defense may not... Okay.
Stop. Please don't pursue this any further. Lana.
What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defense chair with your seatbelt.
But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that?
Chief Prosecutor Sky,
Uh,
you've already come this far. I must point. It's too late to turn back. Silence. The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detail the defendant. Detain the defendant. detail her!
Oh, she didn't pimp my ride. Pimp my defendant. Seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter.
Steve's.
Okay, so...
Okay.
About the blue badger. The blue man.
The blue man.
The blue man.
Dun, dun.
Brain, come on, I know you can do this. Maybe... Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Could it have been the jar? The jar was there, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
The serious blue badger was in fact this.
But that's... what exactly is that?
I believe it's some sort of jar.
But, Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger.
Indeed, it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint?
Or viewpoint?
I've got to show them the correct angle to look at this far from. Okay, I was like, can I rotate this fucking thing? This is difficult. Okay, this is difficult.
Yeah. You're on the right path, I think. Maybe up. Oh, don't.
Maybe?
I thought...
Do you think...
Maybe you're... Yeah, I think those need to... Yeah, something like...
This is harder than it looks.
I know, cause...
This fucking music, holy shit.
Oh god.
If I fuck this up, does it? I just don't see it.
There is a point where it is, but not... I don't think it's that one.
What do you think, then?
I think it's more like right there, almost.
Like this?
But a little... Almost. Because you need the... What she saw was... Jesus.
What she saw was Jesus.
Oh,
this isn't right.
no.
I've got to make it look more like
Yeah. Yeah, allow me to remain the defendant's case. Hinges on the witness's drawings. As Mr. Wright can't match a shave the witness draw. Okay.
Gotta find the right angle. Maybe I should rotate it vertically a bit more, or horizontally.
Come on, Mr. Wright, you can do it!
Gotta show them the correct angle to look like this.
Yeah, it's... It's something like that. Cause see how the balls need to on the side, and then that thing needs to be up a little bit more. I think that's too much. It needs to just.
Why is it so hard?
So, yeah, it's hard to make that shape, but it's. You look inside of it.
Hold on, I'm just. Okay, hold on. Let me.
Oh god.
Maybe? What? Oh, come on. I feel like I'm close, like this. Yet. Oh god. Well, is this a miracle or what?
There we go. Got it. Yeah.
No one can possibly deny this jar's. I got hair in my mouth. Ah.
Oh no, you have hair in your mouth.
Yeah, it's resemblance to the blue badger.
There we go. No. It can't be. Order, order. The defense has proved its claim. The mysterious blue badger witness on the day that the crime was actually this. Although we still enjoy Mr. Wright's erratic performance, one question remains. What's your point?
What do you mean?
So the badger thing was actually just a jar? That doesn't change anything.
I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything.
Indeed, very well then. Please tell us. What difference now that we know that a witness saw this jar?
The location. Yeah, it would be the location, wouldn't it?
What?
Because the jar was in the room that they took the picture in.
Yeah.
Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar.
A very specific angle, I may add, Mr. Wright.
Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar?
Where?
Location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gant.
The body was found laying near Lena's guy's desk. The witness testified so herself.
Yes, and then these two facts that reveals what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room in Chief Gant's office.
Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body? I think from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office?
Yes.
Why would you do that? Why would he do that? There's no reason.
Why would I do that? Exactly.
No one will believe me.
If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason.
Do you know what that reason is, Wright?
It got dark again.
It did.
I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying?
That would have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. The man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on. What would he have hit? Wait, what would he have hit? Okay,
The suit of armor holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword.
Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have to have been Neil Marshall wielding the King of Prosecutors trophy.
No, that's right. You can't be thinking.
Yes, I do think. There's another possibility of what actually transpired in that room.
Another possibility.
Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through with this.
That's right. What's the matter? If evidence plays the defendant's theorizing, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, Emma did it. Assuming the man Emma Skye knocked away was actually prosecutor Neil Marshall. Yup. Oh. Why is there no sound?
It's shocking.
You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me?
Well, I mean, yes, either scenario, he died saving you, I guess.
Yes! It was an accident, I mean... No! It can't be! And then she faints. Oh, hey, she does. I never imagined her testimony would lead to this. So if those who took the victim's life and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. Okay.
It'd just be funny if she was just laying there. What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Skye, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you depend this crime on her?
Imagine that coming from you.
Yeah.
If you recall, it was you who admitted to forwarding evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out what Emma did, wasn't it?
I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, where do babies come from? Do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't.
Yeah, and certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence. If we don't have evidence, then we will have to rely on testimony.
I did a turn. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. But both parties involved in the incidents are dead. We certainly can't get dead people to testify unless we have a Ouija board.
Yes, we need a Ouija board.
This has all been wild goose chase from the beginning.
Shame, Skye. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility.
You mean
Pointing.
there's still another possibility?
What do you mean, Mr. Ridgeworth? I mean the possibility that the victim has left us a message. Oh. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life. In one manner or another.
That's impossible.
Now, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist?
Gotta think back to the court record. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind isn't that
Is it?
If it isn't, then this case isn't going anywhere. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister is a murderer?
No, just it's an accident. Do not be mistaken, Miss Skye. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek. The truth.
And hamburgers.
No matter how painful it may be, we want hamburgers. Now, Mr. Wright, hamburgers. Please show us the piece of evidence that conveys the message from the deceased.
Itchy hand.
Oh, itchy hands.
The blood. The bloody jaw.
Oh, yeah.
This is the message left behind by the deceased.
Is that the blue picture for the people, right?
Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name?
That thing could... I'm sure it would.
Looks like everyone's got forgotten. This is just a jar. Message was left here, on the surface of this jar.
What do you mean?
If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar.
Oh, Hanman's waking up. It looks like someone wiped the blood away.
Wasn't me! Yes, but notice. For some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away.
Yeah, there's a line here in drawn blood. Blood. So what you're saying? In these dots were some lines, once lines.
Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message.
One that someone apparently wiped away. Yeah, Gant. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions.
Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these dots. And the victim message will become apparent. No.
She has no right. You're right. What kind of message did the victim leave us?
Your Honor, I believe these blood stains will reveal the answer to us. Gotta connect the dots to make the letters. There's only one thing the victim would have written given the circumstance. His murderer's name. Okay. Oh no.
Is that an EMA?
I think so.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think it's fine. I did it.
Do you mean... Okay.
It's defense attorney duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about lately is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma.
So, this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind.
Maybe just an
I'm
autograph.
Of all people. She may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life
Was Emma Skye.
So she just passed out somewhere. See, Ray, that's... Can't say I didn't warn you.
Hi, bitch.
Bitch! Do you understand the implications of what you've done? What are you saying? Talking about 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Yeah, but you fucking bitch. Yes, really. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. He was not innocent. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction.
But Joe Dark really wasn't a serial murderer. That's undeniable.
I'm afraid that's not important. Fuck him! Didn't you know we aren't defenders of justice?
What?
We're merely keepers of the law. God, he's such... Oh, I want to knife him in the face. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecution charge. No, it doesn't. If the police didn't do their job, despite what everyone else say, this fact cannot be denied. He's just trying to save his own ass.
What's going on with the prosecutor's office? So no.
They may not send an innocent man to the death.
You can't just stand
there. You can't stand there. Order, 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 order! Yeah, I wanna stab that man in the face.
Yeah. The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial's headed, no one knows.
Up a dark alley, around a corner. To be continued. February 25th, 12:06.
In the room number 2. Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to get you in trouble.
Don't worry about me. This is my problem, not yours.
Oh no.
I haven't interrupted anything, pal. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. When your pants are down.
We're just making him feel bad. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
You've got a lot of nerve, pal. Making detective run all around while on duty. Again. And top off, you called me here. I'm unhappy people have funerals.
I take it Lana's having him run errands again.
Let me tell you, this is the last time. Not. Here. She asked me to give you this to you if there was a Jamaica today trial.
Evidence law. Edgeworth was talking about this just the other day.
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Hey, that's right, Mr. Wright.
Seems so.
You could at least study some evidence law, really? Okay. The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message.
A message?
She said, if you're planning to take him on, you're going to need this book.
Him.
Yeah.
I've never listened to that band. I guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read.
Evidence law. Doesn't look like that book will do many of good now, though. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence.
where you're wrong, Detective.
Hmm? Haven't you figured out yet why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat? Despite all these and now
Allegations?
allegations, Jesus, being thrown at
Alligators.
me. I know! Allergies. Mr. Edgeworth. The real trial today hasn't begun yet. What is there left to do? Your credibility has been on by the ruin with the forged evidence, and you're unaware of that. Emma Skye found out she unwillingly killed his man's death. Now she's depressed. Now you're telling me you want to do more? You got to be kidding me, pal.
You're missing the point, Detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is out there.
I'm pulsating. What?
And we're going to expose him why he's pulsating. No matter what it takes. This case hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end.
Yeah, Mr. Gant. Time to bring him to the end.
Yeah.
February 24th, 12:52. Order. Court will now rendezvous for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. The inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions. Thank you for the news, Your Honor. Yeah, normally this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness, but this isn't easy to say. You see, there's some concern that you, Mr. Edwards, may have struck a bargain?
Huh?
You think I may have manipulated the witness? Didn't say that. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking and talking. Well, Your Honor, I have solution. That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defendant to call forth all further witnesses. What? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing. Jesus.
Undeniably.
This is unusual arrangement. But a very effective one. It's very effective. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witness. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
Unbelievable. Unconceivable.
Sniving.
Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal. I will marry you.
I hope so. Then it's settled. You're married. Then the defendants may now call forth the next witness. Mr. Wright.
Huh?
You do realize you're in my pockets. This is your last chance.
Thank you.
You call the wrong witness. This trial is as good as over.
The defense calls.
Oh.
I want to call Gant, but... We're gonna do Gant. Where's Gant? Oh, he was at the beginning.
In the beginning. Key bitch. Oh god.
Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand.
God, is he a fucking demon?
Yes.
Damon Gant, what does he have to do with anything? Everything!
As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, my cat is climbing over things to reach a couch. Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it.
As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way, or shape or form. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? True. Alright, bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stands. Ugh. Witness, please state your name and occupation. What is this? Some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch. I'm hungry for humans. Your name and occupation, sir. For hands. Baby hands. Worthy, are you sure you want to do this? Your name and occupation. So, you want to play hardball, hey?
Is he hard?
Please, Mr. Gant. I'm hard. Fine. My name is I forget my name. Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police.
Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony.
Radio, what's with the grim face?
First, let's clear this up. SL9 incident.
Oh, you mean that time with Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? God, personally, I think it's made pretty clear already.
There are still some things unaccounted for.
Oh, like what?
Like the role you played in all of this.
Son, either you're very brave or very foolish.
I'm both.
You are aware of the course that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal.
Weapons?
Like in my pants. Sure, take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. God, he's just a child.
What? Is that true?
I'm afraid so. The chief police has the right to refuse to testify.
Then he's guilty.
Like pleading the fifth? Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks. Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you. Very well, the witness may now begin his testimony. Incident. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery. But you let it...
Yeah.
Is that what Dark was arrested? Him? He was on the floor unconscious. And then we get to see the stabby again. When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Dark bumped his head.
And he didn't wake up in the morning.
Sure, everything seems pretty clear-cut.
If the police chief has the right to refuse to testify, then I'd better hit him hard and fast.
Fastballs.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
Forgery. Yeah, bitch. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that this claim is a claim you cannot back up.
Explain yourself.
Several pieces were found in your office. Take this jar, for example.
That's blue magic you showed us earlier.
God damn it. A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, are they not going to ask what were you doing in a safe?
I know!
What the evidence list presented earlier was actually found inside your desk.
Was found where?
See, Chief Gant. I wonder if it's Gaunt. It could be Gaunt, too.
Gaunt? Yeah.
These articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the legal investigation.
Is he just gonna say someone... Chief Gaunt, what's the meaning of this? Ho ho. Here's the defense attorney who may even rival-worthy. Yes.
So you admit to it then, that you were involved in the forgery.
To me, or do you mean you?
What?
What?
Me? Why would I have anything to do with that?
Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know? Defense attorney can do it too. Isn't that right, Rhino? Thank you. However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment.
What? If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work.
Well, in light of Detective's presence...
I think he knows he's caught, so he's trying to gaslight everybody.
Yeah, he is. Please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. My. Kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together. What? Yeah,
Okay.
it's been horror. Let's see, what's it now? A jar, fragment, a list. I'm a list. For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when these pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Dark was convinced, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. What? That's right.
Yes, Your Honor.
When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. You do understand that I am the chief police of Wright. There will be consequences.
Oh.
Indeed, I believe I'll press charges so you wouldn't make the same mistake again. My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know. Right. Judgy, you're returning these, though. I know, the place, right?
What are these guys? Telepathic?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Really, Chief Gant? At the very least, there is also one large benefit you've reaped from all this.
Oh, I was aware. What is this benefit?
That would, of course, be the position you have, Chief of Police.
No.
The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That is in itself sufficient motive.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Huh?
Yeah, do you really think I'm incompetent?
Yes. What do you mean?
Even without that case, I was already in the line to begin the next chief. Resolution of SL9 merely set up the inevitable of a little...
Is that true, Edgeworth?
Yeah. He was going to be made chief anyway. Be careful when pointing the finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at, or bitten off. So that means... there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for your sheriff, then you did it for someone else. Well, he was hiding evidence. Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. Of course you fucking said that. There. It's out and open now. Judgy, would you mind if I change my testimony a little? By all means, please do. God. I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me. That?
Yeah. Nothing in it for you?
Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Anna's little sister, was it? Yeah. If you think I felt sorry for her, you better think again. You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone. Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised. It's probably Catholic. You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though. Ho 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 ho. Oh ho ho ho's. That's a good one, really.
Huh. Could there have been something in it for him?
Yeah.
Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? I'm thinking. His accomplice was Goodman, wasn't it? Because why else would he have had him killed?
Exactly.
True, you might not have helped anyone out for their sake, but if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone.
Oh, Mr. Wright. It appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lead people a hand.
But oh wait, also, yeah, Lana Skye is his accomplice. We already know that because she didn't kill the guy. That's not what I mean.
No. Well, she didn't kill the guy. She just made it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
She helped.
Very well. Who is this person you believe Chief Gant may have helped forge evidence?
I'm gonna say Lana. At this point.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye? The defendant?
I believe it's quite obvious in the light of circumstances. Emma Skye fell victim to an unfortunate series of events by Lemony Snicket. Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? And as for Chief Gant, who would have also reason to help Lana if she asked him to? That reason, of course, is self-profit.
Self-profit? What do you mean?
After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Skye was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office.
In the pocket.
In the pocket. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant.
But how would he profit from all this? He would be able to use our chief prosecutor as his puppet. Exactly. Essentially, Jesus, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations. You mean telling me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he's a little bitch. He plays his puppets.
Yes.
Oh wait. You mean a puppet as in someone forced to do something?
Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Skye in forging evidence. Your motive to appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her.
Right, oh my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me to ask you something.
What?
Oh, do you read books? Have you proof of this that I control Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such thing? Of course she wouldn't.
Lana, she's been quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant.
I'm afraid without any proof this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture,
yeah.
Conjecture. Unless this is also what happened and this isn't. Or which one would that be? Of course, I'm talking about Foots, the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. And almost as if someone has been controlling her. Worthy, you'd be better watch your tongue. It wouldn't want you to get it hurt. Just what do you mean? Yeah, he's threatened.
Yeah, isn't the judge picking up on that he's giving vague threats right now to fucking
Yes. Yes.
What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement.
Yep. What? Can't be true. He's just old. Order. I said order. That's right. You can't be serious.
Huh?
This is an effort to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency to accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder. That's impossible. I got lips.
Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language.
It's too late, Mr. Wright. You fucked up. There's no turning back from this now.
Looks like he's the one who's decided to go through with this.
Yeah. Now hold your hands. I mean, can you prove this, Mr. Wright? The chief high-ranking officer of the law is involved in this murder.
Good question.
Hands up in the air like you just don't care. Regardless of this rank or the title, Chief Gant is just a man. He is a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. He's already in orange. Alright then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got, and let it be better, be good. Show us this evidence, show me what you got. Ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman.
I think I have an idea.
Okay. Also, I don't think we ever checked the book that we got.
I don't think we ever did, no, but... ID card record.
Yeah. Shevin. Is the card list?
Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one card on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. Sevens.
Sorry, there's no way you can prove that's my card number. Yeah, there is.
It's your number.
How do you know that?
The safe in the Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code.
Sevens with sevens. You don't mean.
I'm afraid so. Your Honor, the code was 77777. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime.
Fight a battle. Order. Chief Gant, what do you have to say? Nothing. The evidence search of my office was in violation of regulation. And I'll damned Mr. Wright be punished to maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you.
Yo, he's like trying to change subject, and Edward's like, no.
About the use of this ID card. Chief Gant, so you mean it? You entered the evidence room. What did you touch on the day of the crime?
Myself.
I crimed myself. What about it? I'm chief police, whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom. What?
What? Okay.
What's the difference? I can go anywhere I want.
He likes to play law in the bathroom.
I can do what I want. Tell me. When you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone. Has to do with the evidence room.
Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he?
Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days.
You hadn't seen him in days, Chief Gant. I'm afraid you just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean? The trial's first to determine Lana Sky's guilt. No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is determined with the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime.
Cheese Gant.
He's Chief Gant now, Chief. Chief. Then we need to determine one thing, and one thing only.
Chief.
The Cheese Chief. What transpired during that meeting? What argument did you have in Cheese? In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Show us proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gant on the day of the crime. I know.
I'm gonna do Goodman's lost item reports. Where is it?
I think you're almost on it. Keep going.
Yeah. I hope that was the right one. Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime.
Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it.
So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the chief of police.
Yeah, you're in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure if he filed it.
He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day.
He needed to...
Yes, to transfer the evidence out.
Oh. Right.
Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then...
You murdered him.
You accompanied the detective to the evidence room.
I accompanied him?
There's no other way to murder and detective and be a detective and murder at the same time. Could you have entered the room?
Hold on. Let me guess what you're going to say. I, the chief of police, murdered poor Goodman. Yes.
Exactly.
But wait, there's more. The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just let him his ID card. Yes. Now that you've mentioned it, I believe I might have done something of the sorts. Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body. No.
Oh my god. That was scary.
Super Saiyan. Chief, you didn't.
The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of evidence. I mean, to dispose of Detective Goodman's body. I mean, it's evidence too.
That is evidence. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright. That the victim's body was discovered at the prosecutor's office parking lot. How did they manage to move it there? It was the police department the entire day, you know? And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony.
Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief police, chief cheese. You have an entire police at force at your disposal. So I wonder if he was gonna try to frame Edgeworth, but the other lady saw Lana doing what she was doing.
Yeah. Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey, you take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so.
Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need. I don't fucking know what that just said. To prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. And all this time I thought it was just a useless clue just taking up space.
How could the chief have moved the body of cheese? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence. Show us right now.
To move the victim's body, Chief Gang is this.
Seriously?
I think the music stopped. I had to be right. This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body.
What's that? A screwdriver? A handy-dandy screwdriver. What does that have to do with this case?
Because it was brought back.
Yeah. Because he was gonna go home.
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth. Think back to the day of the crime. What is the screwdriver doing here?
It's here because... I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. After ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office. You mean Yep.
Yeah, the body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. Body was moved by that car. Yes!
Yes,
We already figured that part out.
Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
He was carried in the drunk car.
The drunk car.
Yes, unless of course you have another explanation, Chief. Why would you do such a thing? Why, my dude? Why would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from the case? Why would you transform? There's only one plausible explanation. You're Santa Claus. But evil Santa Claus. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Sky.
Order. What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal to the defendant's outrageous accusations?
Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office.
Dun dun.
This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite.
It is the photo of the body being taken from the trunk. Chief Gant, please say something. He's too I believe. Your time's up. My time's up. Sorry, Moreno, but I'm having hot lunch with the Direct Attorney General after this. We have to get going if we're to make it in time for the early bird special.
But the cross-examination isn't finished.
Remember what I told you earlier? The police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Oh my god.
Weapons?
Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm revoking that right now. What? Can't do that midway.
Yeah.
But this is not the right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. So you're going to just run away from all this? Yeah, run away. Don't make me laugh, really. That's that, old Goodman? That's what you're saying, right? Yeah. But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now.
Well,
We do, we just were getting there. You think that I had dispose of the body? If so, then show proof, get over with. I say again, it's right. Name is the current chief police. This court will not tolerate any executions. He's gonna be executed against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any concrete proof? Proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Guy dispose of his body?
do I have any concrete proof? I don't yet. So you're showing evidence I'm not sure of myself. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence.
See, Judgy? In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief.
What?
Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, Wright. Unless he bluffed. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Judgy, I'll leave the rest to you. Then he ceased to exist. I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an effort to senior officers in our nation's law enforcement.
What?
Lady Luck, maybe we should have a word with her. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean? There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. Yeah, we haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony.
Lady who knows truth. Another witness.
In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony.
But Chief Gant has invoked his right to refuse to testify.
There's still someone else, one more witness who can answer all the questions. Raising this trial, someone right in this very room. Edgeworth, who is this person? So honest, why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defendant is the one calling a witness today. That's right, does such a witness exist?
You know you're not willing to tell the truth, but we can't just stop now. Yes, Your Honor. Defense calls forth. Meow. 29. I still can't believe she's 29.
Defendant, this honest guy.
She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on the February 21st. Her task is to dispose of the victim's body, in accordance with a certain someone's orders.
Mr. Edgeworth, prosecution has no objections, Your Honor. Very well, the court will now take its final recess for the day. In 15 minutes we will reconvene here the defendant's testimony. Jeez, this court is now in
Hold on.
Huh?
Oh, it's him again.
Chief Gant, I thought you were going to eat. Listen good, Lena.
He's talking to Lana.
I don't think you need to tell me that. I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences. Oh, so he's threatening.
Yeah.
That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder.
This is good.
Of course, you never support such outrageous claims anyway, right? Just something to think about. Alright then. Peace out. I've got lunch date to eat.
Get out.
Yeah, get out. Okay. If there aren't any further objections, this court is now in recess. That was fucked up.
Oh my god.
25th February, 2:04 p.m. Yeah, looks like we managed to stay in the game.
Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth.
That chief, he's something else, eh? I'm not a detective anymore, of course.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
Don't worry. I've already decided where to work now. At your office.
Oh, is he threatening me now?
Yes.
My office.
You need someone to. It'll take the place of that top not a girl you used to work with.
Could he mean Maya?
Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief gets done it again. How is he always gets the upper hand?
It's not fair. He has the right to refuse to testify.
So then, right. Remember what the judge said? But Chief, this is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. What risks? These?
Risk? What did he mean by that?
It's simple. If the Chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true.
You mean he forfeits his right to say anything, too? Oh, it's her.
Oh.
Okay.
Forfeits! He forfeits.
Emma, are you okay?
No, my sister spoke for a second. When I came to, I was in the medical office.
It was me all along!
I've been listening to the trial from the gallery. She's loopy.
She's a ghost. So she heard everything that's been going on. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before.
No, don't be. That was the truth. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost feel something relieved.
Relieved?
Yeah, I pissed myself. Yeah. Now I really know what really happened.
Okay.
to think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by the terrible man.
She Mario all this time.
All this time, and she did it all to distract me. Emma.
I like cut you off for a second. It didn't like your high pitch.
No, I didn't. Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders? She must have shut herself up deep inside to force herself to do anything and everything and the Chief told her to do. He should know.
That must be why she became so cold.
Oh, yeah, it was all my fault. It's all because I didn't pee. I mean, I murdered Marshall.
And then you peed on his corpse.
Hey, don't blame yourself now, little girl. If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal. You can't maybe be able to fool everyone else with his forgery or Yuri. But you can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor.
I see.
No. We better get back to pulsating times.
Emma, why don't you wait?
No! I'm going with you. I want to be there. If Lana tells the truth, I'll snap a photo. Let's go, right. It's time. It's time for the truth to be continued again. Ooh. God, this will it end?
Yeah. This place is lasting a while.
Yep, it's twice. February 25th, 2:21 p.m. I got the hand. I mean, now then. Well, the defendant, Miss Lana, please take this stand. Miss Lana, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you.
But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all I've done in these past 2 years.
No. Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath, and we want to hear the truth.
Of course, the truth.
Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister. Now, then, your testimony will be well. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant.
Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant.
In our pockets.
I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Drake, Dark, God, convicted.
You.
It had nothing to do with Emma.
Are you sure about this testimony?
Your Honor, I'm confessing. Confessing, apparently, to a capital offense, of course, I'm sure.
But Lana! Shake my head. If this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this.
That's what I've been telling you from the beginning.
Please, Mr. Wright, you got to help her. I'm going through puberty. She's suffering. She separates herself.
What if she's telling the truth?
She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks to Philly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony.
Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself.
Defendant may now begin his cross-examination.
Alright. I want to press her on... Wait, no. I want to go back.
Wait, go back.
I think it's this one I want to press her on. Or maybe... No, I want to press her on this. You say you did this all by yourself. Yes.
Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene?
It seems it was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. I'm emo now. This is my face. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change the statement.
You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark?
Something like that.
That is so. What happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife.
Oh, that was laying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up for the lies again.
All just to protect me. Me! So when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to.
Yes. I broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside the wound, then moved the body. You planted the tip of Dark's knife and oh.
Moved the body? But why? Why would you do that?
You of all people should know Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders.
My head is my shoulders.
My head, shoulders, knees, and toes, but I may be thought to ask for sake of others. Why'd you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where was the evidence's body? Where was the victim's body?
Where did it touch you?
It was where you deduced it was by Chief Gant's desk.
But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there?
The reason for that is simple.
Let's have a witness explain this in more detail. The reason this guy moved the body.
The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. Was it this jar?
Or did she break it?
Miss Skye, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister.
You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? Was he murdered?
If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life, will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring it to everyone's attention. Significant contradiction within your testimony. Contradiction in my testimony?
Oh no! What will I do?
You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the event start my plan." That's right.
Do you have a problem with that?
It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. That wasn't my voice. Yes, the prosecutor must have written in his final moments.
I didn't even notice.
So. I know, I did after I was finished the line. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write this message on the jar, it must not have been broken before he died. He couldn't have written Emma's name on the shattered jar.
Order. Your Honor, it appears more information is needed to occur to this jar and its bloody message. Why, maybe missing something critical here.
Something critical.
Chief Prosecutor, seems you're in all in the dark as we are. All about the truth which you're headed.
What?
Just tell us exactly what you saw, when you saw it. We'll piece together information to arrive at the truth. Well, the witness may say stuff.
I tapped it by accident.
No, it's okay.
I was taking a big sippy. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room, and then I turned to the left or right. I don't know which direction I'm facing right now. I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The blade. The fragments were large, so I'm not sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood?
I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time.
She didn't think Dark was the real murderer.
Murderer!
That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Her defense may now begin his cross-examination.
Okay. Blood. Dark room.
Dark room blood.
Fragments were large. All I could think about was blood. Oh, I didn't want to fucking do that on that one. Shit. So you illegally rearranged the crime scene. I wanted to go back. Yes, I don't have any excuse for my actions.
I'm sorry, Lana. I didn't know. I've treated you so badly all this time. In my head.
It's not too late. There's still plenty of time to make up. After we've gotten to the bottom of this incident.
No. Doubt this day will leave a permanent stain on the history of the prosecutor's office. More contradictions have suffered in her surfaced in her testimony.
Your sister's really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way. I think I finally figured out the contradictions in her testimony. There's one final possibility that might turn everything around. Every now and again. Thing is, they weren't all large. I don't think they were.
God, it's been so long.
This guy, I believe this jar conceals the truth. Even you were unaware of. What? We found the final piece of this jar in the Chief Gant's safe. Oh yeah, the safe. I forgot about that. In the Chief's safe, but how?
She also forgot about that.
I knew it. She didn't really know. There's something even more disturbing about the final piece. There was still blood on it.
But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them. Okay.
Yeah, suggest, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you.
Yep. That couldn't... But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece?
Missed a piece! that's what I should like, Mr. Peace, like Mr. Peace.
Yeah. He's afraid.
Okay. I skipped that by accident again. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone a detective.
That may not be well, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once went west to waste, looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along! Have you forgotten, Your Honor, where you are? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that. There's no way a name could have been written on the shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. Oh, so he made it up. I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant at the time and he was looking for the dark and downstairs and besides, and even if he was there, there was nothing, and I'm rambling, old man.
There was an objection. The question is, if he did arrive the fair first, why did he hide the fact for 2 years?
'Cause he's gay.
Well, Your Honor, can you answer those that?
No.
Why is the judge freaking out now?
'Cause it's his friend.
Of course.
Wait, I'm not the one on the trial.
Yeah!
I think you forgot, he's an old man! I think I arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and personally hid one of the broken pieces. Question: What is this action called?
Fabrication of evidence.
But why would Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear what happened afterwards? Discovering the scene landing in the sky, believe her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. 'Cause he's big boy. Leading her his aid, it helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark. Sorry, Nima. Therein lies the reason why Miss Sky became the chief's puppet.
I bit my thumb. No, I did it on my own.
Nope. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake.
No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client.
Yeah. I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth.
Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap?
Yep. Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
Lana, maybe right after all.
What do you mean, right? Yeah, hey, so do you tell us false lies, Mr. Wright?
God damn it. Miss Sky, please testify once more. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back and your snack, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie.
Yep. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall.
Miss Sky, if you will. I can't.
There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. He's not here. He can't touch you. This crust is enemy to not change a thing. That black bar, though. However, there is a possibility that it will be if you tell the truth.
My controller is low on very batteries. Very well batteries. I'll testify about what I really saw.
Alright, the witness may testify once more for the final time.
The final time.
actual crime scene.
When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on the suit of armor sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor. When I saw what happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it was really a fabrication, Emma might be innocent.
Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armor sword. He's dumb.
Yeah.
You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof.
Actually, I do have proof.
What?
I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning.
Oh.
What?
Were you supposed to look at the book?
You should probably look at that book. It's a picture book I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I remember saving a picture like that.
Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright, she really does have faith in you. She likes you. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture.
I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana.
Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right?
I seem to remember getting something from her then.
Let's check the evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. Like, oh my god. Oh my god, that's cute.
Oh my god. The ducky detective.
Zoom. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Is it poking out? Is it?
Okay. Oh.
Can we open it?
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Ooh.
I stopped and took a picture of him.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a picture in here.
Wow.
The suit of armor did it all.
Is this Dark Souls? I mean, the actual crime scene?
No, other detectives saw the crime scene like this. So I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had arranged everything. Okay.
Mr. Wright! That piece cut out from this vest. Sorry, what? The piece cut out from the vest.
The cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe.
Yeah.
What's this?
Hand. Yeah, hand.
Is a
Oh.
hand.
Is this the handprint? Isn't it? Isn't it? Water. The cloth. It had fingerprints on it. Whoever fingerprints these are must be the real murderer. Was it Gant all along?
What? But those fingerprints. They're yours, Emma.
Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright? Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, nothing but the truth, you should be able to flush out the real murderer. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Actual crime scene. When I arrived, I had a marshal body pale on the suit. I didn't get a chance!
I'm back. Come on now, Judgy. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Chief Gant. Well, now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense.
No.
I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeit your rights to make statements of any sorts.
This must be that risk we were talking about earlier.
Just sit back and relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tighten around your own neck. Yeah, so what? You think I'm worried?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry to disappoint you. But I just don't think I need to make any statements now. What do you mean? Vince will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. What evidence? That's true. Wait, You mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't. But someone does. Someone. So, what's your excuse, Righto? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves you knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death? Because of evidence that leaves no room for doubt? Is that true, Mr. Wright? I don't know, do we?
If I show that piece of evidence now, I must sure to be made out as the murderer.
Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, please present it now. If you try to conceal it, if anything, you'll be one appearing before the Board of Inquiries.
What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall?
But can the evidence still be faked, though?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause if she was unconscious...
I'm not...
You're gonna lie to the court, son.
I'm gonna lie to the court. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
Oh, what? You lie. Chief can't.
Oh yeah, because it's drawing him out.
You opened my safe. You know what you took, what was inside, the conclusive evidence.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mr. Wright, but why don't you show them? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know these fingerprints are on. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about? You can't. Are we gaslighting him?
I think so.
Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the vixen vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? It just looks like part of it has been cut out for some reason. You mean you've had it in your safe? That's weird. What? That means you, the chief, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department. Yeah, Chief Cat. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think it had to do. You had the gall, Righto. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as a murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What? You mean you lied to me? You meant it? I'm a judge. Oh god, I gotta speak some more. I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene the day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. So, you really were manipulating her. I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my... So, you assisted Miss Guy. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body, move the body across the room. Ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you.
2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe?
Why? For insurance. Of course.
Insurance?
God. Blackmail insurance. I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to make things I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for murder that girl committed. You mean you were relating that far ahead with forging the evidence? What do you take me for, fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. Oh. See this Jar Jar Furbiger. I had the most legible part of Emma's name. And Nick Svetlana. to go and wipe the blood off the pieces. But you fabricated all the evidence. What's to say you didn't fabricate the message on the start too? Exactly. Some people just don't know what to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance. The piece of cloth. Come on, Rhino. Cough it up already. I know you have it. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
So you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to do with that being the chief and all. But it's time better than being portrayed as a murderer. Fucker. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence could present. Foolish move, Rhino. You should have shown it before it was too late.
It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory's mine. Let's go, bitch! Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now.
Alright, let's see this close stuff. The evidence shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Mercer.
Where's the cloth? Oh, there's the cloth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of victim's vest.
Yes. At least you've brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to left so clearly. You mean it cannot have been forged? It should be authentic Cthulhu evidence.
Cthulhu evidence?
Cthulhu evidence, yes! You're just always on the uptake as ever, worthy.
What?
What?
I'm also saying what?
Think about it, Rito. Had all the time to present this evidence.
Yet he was... God.
Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be?
That time, though, it looked like it was him talking because it moved over to Phoenix.
But they've also fucked up some of the names, too. So you mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are all in that hand. Mr. Wright, do you really know?
It's yours.
Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they?
It's Emma's. Very well, I'll tell you. Should be okay by now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. Person to whom these fingerprints belong to is... Nah.
Oh god. Emma. Oh, Sky. What? They're mine?
Sorry, Emma.
But why? Why did you tell me?
Because I knew you'd react like a little bitch.
I'm a little bitch. You're really something, Rito. Yeah. You knew this girl did it all along.
He could have turned into a little girl.
He almost did. I almost turned into a little girl for that. You tried to pin the murder on me. I mean, it's still your fault, son. So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death. Don't just say that. Accidental shove.
How could you, you monster?
This guy. Shut the fuck up.
You know those fingerprints. Those were... Who's you too? God damn... You know whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you... You acted like you... really didn't. This guy, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet.
Haha, but I'm afraid it is overboard. Overboy. You're gonna be overboard, not only this trial,
It's not over till the fat Gat sings.
but your career too, son. You personally concealed this Cthulhu as the Cthulhu evidence.
The Cthulhu evidence.
That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to the press and charges I have defended is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy.
I show it to everyone.
What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Are you going to tell us how it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned the poor little girl into a murderer? No.
Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh, and what's that?
Who really killed Prosecutor Stephen Marshall? No, Neil Marshall. I don't know why I was thinking Stephen. Chief Gant, you are all so absolutely a little bitch, right? This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
It was Emma Sky, wasn't it?
No. I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction.
What? A contradiction? What is the fool babbling about?
Don't worry, I'm the main protagonist, then you're gonna lose. Talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is.
Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth. I'm confused. What could it possibly contradict?
Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. I think this is the only thing I know that would be.
What exactly is this supposed to be?
This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of this vest was cut out?
Yeah, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on the vest, though.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs were no doubt punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth.
Oh. With that piece of cloth. No blood on it. Wait. There's no blood on it.
Yeah. Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at the time.
No, this is nonsense.
Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. You're a bitch and will you marry me? Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside.
He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out.
If so, then tell me, who could have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lansky?
Yep.
Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor's sword.
Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceed to write her name on the jar with the victim's name. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue and make Lana believe her sister did it. Yep.
Remember what you admitted only moments ago. That you personally cut out the this bloodless piece of the victim's vest. Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you prove that you were the actual murderer.
Yep. No.
It's finally over.
Good. Objection.
Now he's sad.
Oh, that was right. You almost had me.
Huh?
Sorry, but you have to do what better than that. Then I refute to turn out your allegations. What do you mean? You refute his allegations. You see the piece of cloth. It's illegal evidence. I had it dry cleaned. Order, order. What nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a subject.
It's still evidence. Fuck you.
Remember, Judgy, earlier, alright, I'll here conceal that piece of cloth. So, okay. So then, what's your excuse? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you?
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. But
He said at this point in time.
yeah.
Well, that's true. Tim did refuse to present evidence at that time. At the moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. But that's not fair. Oh, did you actually think you could beat me in the court? It looks like that last on you, son. But he just... I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? True. Legally evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright?
Huh. Seems at last. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
Oh, finally! Mr. Wright, do you think I'm into it? That you personally illegally concealed this piece of cloth?
I did not.
I did not, sir.
I admit I refused to present it at one point.
So the evidence is illegal. No.
No, it isn't, Mr. Gant.
Huh?
Not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't.
What do you mean you couldn't?
There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence.
No, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe. There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Now we're on bait team.
Yeah.
Really refuse to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do you do so now? Where's the book? Oh yeah, take that! Throw a book at you, literally.
This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law.
What's this?
I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, and this guy's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at this point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more.
What?
You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law.
Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of police department. Yeah.
Found this piece of evidence myself inside your safe. Goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department.
Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident.
What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Objection.
Sorry, but you can recall, when was that picture presented?
I was shown only a few moments ago. No. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless.
The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant.
You yourself confessed to a certain truth.
Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest.
Oh yes.
He was so happy like 2 seconds ago.
No! It was then that you approved this cloth of existence as exclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth.
The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in the final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who could that be. Damon Gant. The killer was you.
Yeah. Ew.
Crazy. Keep going faster.
I died. I would sins. I mean, I knew I should have gotten rid of him the moment I saw him in that bath. I mean, in that hat. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department trying to get something out of me. Crimes are really committed every day, yet he insists on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't wasn't exactly petty or pretty. He wanted to
Reinvestigate.
Reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Star, then convinced Bruce Goodman.
Detective Goodman?
Yeah, that's right. Boom boom. If the evidence in for trial there, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you got to help me. Help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman?
I guess I can be him, yeah.
Okay.
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We transferred the evidence out there. Because I zoned out for a minute. There are too many questions left unanswered.
Then we had drinks, and then, I don't know, we went back to my apartment, and then things happened, and then I had to take him back there. He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said,
"It's not too late. Go now, hand all of this over to Marshall. Come to my place later." Wink, wink.
Well, to be honest, I was taken back by his words. I have a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9 again. That's when I saw it, that accursed knife. And I went crazy. I'd stab him. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, and making it near impossible to hide your crime. So, the police blood pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried in and wiped it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't even realize a fatal mistake.
Bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
I used to be known as a crime beater, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the body in my car? I'm sorry. I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make it a lot more than this detective ever will.
Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how could you get Miss Skye involved in all this?
Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker? I felt bad for having to do so. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take.
So, you left the jar fragments in the glove.
Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a commuter. I commit murder. They all did their best to get in my way. I got to in hand them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy. Tell me, son, why do you stand in court? You despise criminals. I despise criminals. I feel it. You, me, we're the same. No. One day you'll understand murder someone. Oh, believe me, you will murder someone. You're just one man. To murder someone. You'll see what really takes to bring them down once you try to murder them to get a loan.
Oh, Juju is here.
I thought I heard her.
Yeah.
Well, looks like it's time to say goodnight. Goodbye. Because Juju's here. Oh, Judgy. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend.
Now you can go have lunch with him in prison.
Yeah, you could still. I'm sorry too, Damon Gant, but I have to. You knew as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. These days are all gone now, Judgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. I know. Now you have Righto here and Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melody is sounds of new beginnings. Hands clap, clap, flap, flap.
There are two things I want you to understand. Yes. First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, there's a Juju trying to get in my lap.
Yeah.
Damon betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell you everything. All that I've done these past 2 years, from the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today.
So, are we going to lunch or what? Seems all the questions raised in the trial have been answered.
Sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all of your trouble. Because she technically was still an accomplice, so she has to face something. My. What a high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows, a few years from now, you just might make it to the top.
She smiled.
I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'll just blink at you.
You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few years. Believe me, I know much of how... cats. I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
There's nothing. I'm Batman.
Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you, and yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah, I took his hand in marriage. I mean, stop it. I only did my job. In light of this case, it's fucked up. It seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky.
Yes, Your Honor?
You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
Is there attempting and amusing self out all this? Why are you smiling? Why are you smiling like that?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. Long time since I've felt free of these heavy chains.
Free of man. He used you. Well then, this trial now gone far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, not guilty.
Of the Oratrice Mechanis...
Mechanism of the drugs. That is all. This court is adjourned. Go fuck yourself. I don't know. Don't say. Oh, hi. Mwah.
It's February,
Sorry.
but it's like lunchtime, dinner now.
It's dinner now. I had to kiss
At long
Grimjow.
last, it's finally over. Stop kissing your cat. Emma,
No, not Emma.
why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit.
No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended.
I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few years. You've done well.
She smiled.
Hmm.
You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me. I'm not interrupting anything, pals. He's always interrupting. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later.
God, we're just making you feel bad! Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
Again. Oh, you want me? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making Detective run all around on duty. To top it off, all you call me here. I've been happy the funerals, because I gotta say the exact same thing. Hey, later, I'm pals. I'm only kidding. No, are you here because of my sister again? Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal. Me? That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Of course. Lana!
Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know.
I'm not, well, I wouldn't tell you if you won't.
Emma, I owe you an apology.
It's okay, sis. You don't worry about it. You owe me more than that.
That day, 2 years ago. Was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess.
That's a cat. Sis!
I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize I was wrong.
Oh.
I changed the diaper after that day. I had to. It was very stinky. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours.
I got eyes.
I was scared of how you'd react if you knew.
Sis, you were only doing it for you, for me.
No, not for me, you.
Huh?
Turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceived by you. I mean, I was deceiving you.
I also deceived you, sis.
I'm such a fool. Took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry.
Sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now.
You're happy? Stop that.
Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have.
Oh god, I cut you off.
You did.
Oh, Emma. Emma!
Mwah. Sister love. Gotta stroke your hair.
No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because, in doing so, we can find a way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move forward onto a brighter future. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe,
Me?
Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here.
It's like scolding a child.
He's so angry. Where was he hiding?
Behind your pocket. I just came to say congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right, well, I'll be going now.
Goodbye!
Goodbye!
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptedly, not you.
It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant is a little bitch. I can just feel it. You, me, we're the same. One day, you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go do it alone. Just do it alone. I do despise criminals. And my throat. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known deep down.
But Edgeworth...
Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue as a prosecutor.
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Garma,
Don't mention his name ever again.
were both the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone.
No.
You were working together with Mr. Wright.
Yeah.
And because of that partnership, you were able to get married and to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? What? Yep, yeah. What is this pop quiz?
Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what I was talking about. You're married now.
Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. You want to see my badge?
I don't... That might mean something to you. But I don't see how it had anything to do with our partnership.
Huh. Mr. Wright, seems you still have a lot to learn as well. I guess that wasn't the right piece of evidence.
No. It's time for me to go.
Mr. Edgeworth.
If you excuse me. There are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. I'm
Edgeworth
out.
out.
Yeah.
Edgeworth, what will you do now? Oh, he's back.
Oh, I'm back.
Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor, and you killed him, and maybe you didn't, or you can let it help you grow, and then it's up to you.
I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem.
Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court.
Farewell. Now, peace out.
I'd better be going too.
Okay, but I'll be back to visit soon.
Seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you. Take this, don't go alone.
Scientific investigation!
No ducky! It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well.
Thanks, sis. I will.
Peace out. And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith.
Hugs.
Faith that their lives are shit. Have only just begun.
Shit.
Yes. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself.
Goodbye.
Oh,
Well.
hello.
Don't go trekking off just yet, pal.
Huh?
I gotta pulsate some more.
What is it, detective?
There's a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be yelled out of jail like this. But
Thought you said it was okay.
yeah, well, it'd be okay with me, but the folks in the prison are a different story.
Huh?
Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Gotta suck some dick.
Huh?
Way to go, detective! I didn't know you had a wild side!
AC, Mr. Wright. Here's the one you'd be fitting the bill, of course. You think I could afford him with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
Thank you, Mr. Wright! You're the best!
Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream.
Yeah, I got an idea. Why don't you go pay it off today? Together.
Yeah, that's a great idea! Come on, guys! Let's go!
Oh my god.
Oh, hey, ending
Cute.
credits.
Planning.
I had an objection. I
Ah,
arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I managed to find my way back to the field somehow. Then, I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma.
fun.
Do, 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 do.
Do. Why am I here? Yeeks. I thought I was gone for more a moment there. And then, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. We penalize you anymore, you'd be worth than firing. Yep, that's what they said. I'll just go to show you can't shake me off that easily. Okay.
Oh my god.
Art. More art.
They did a lot of art.
Oh, animation.
There was like, what, one animation in the entire game? Well, I mean, the fucking one. But I'm a mission. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on attention for me today. I'll show them though. Someday I'm gonna go back to making detective. Yes, sir. Ow, my fucking ears. Dictum shoe.
Okay, son, you do that. You got a hero. White powder.
It's Coke.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no, the blue
Hi
badger.
guys, it's me. The Blue Badger.
I might bet you with this bet.
Woo!
I have many thoughts in my brain. Whee! I found out.
God. He just finally collapsed from all the shit.
Yeah. Pain and torture.
Oh, hey, it's him.
What is it? Can't see I'm having a showdown with a steak lunch. Miss Starman sneaking this into me. She's seen one of the guard seats. It's my cowboy. It looks like you did it. You even gave Amina back to you. You can make it, sure, Billy. And you gain their water. Get their water.
It's on auto, I'm not the one going through it.
I know.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to read as fast as possible. I was also trying to remember.
Yeah.
It looks like won't be seeing each other for a while. I am a little bitch. As a farewell gift, I put a meal on menu lunch. The top layer seems a little bitter as defeated, but the bottom layer is sweet as victory. Kids seems to dig the turn about theme. It's a hot stiller. Just make sure not to eat it backwards. Okay, son.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
He's American, probably. Brandon Gay.
Okay. I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again, Mr. Left? Anyway, he said he's been doing or something for how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'll better be on. No, I forgot my gavel. Sorry, I gotta go. Yeah, he's just old.
Yeah.
I think he's... I think it's a soul's time for him to fucking retire.
Possibly. Like, oh my god.
I'm hungry.
Nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, something I do miss. Hearing you and your job of together. Still, I can't go back until I fulfill the edge of the medium.
Mystic Maya, afternoon training's about to begin.
Coming! Well, see you around, Nick. Hee.
Cute.
Wonder if she, like, called him or something, or was on video call.
More likely, yeah.
My battery's low again.
Fuck your battery.
I fucking know. I need a new controller.
I know.
Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea. What's going on?
Drugs. I don't know. Is he taking a nap or something?
I think he resigned, didn't he?
He's just not there anymore.
Now she's at the train station.
Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all you have to do is open this book. Here's a picture. And memories.
Ooh, open that book.
No, Zim, no!
Zoom in.
Oh, there it is. Zim!
Is he on top of you?
Yes. He's straddling my leg.
Oh my god.
How do I... Oh, there we go.
Yeah, just press it. Ooh, I let her. Oh my god. Cute.
Aw.
Memories.
Capcom. R. Cause they got rights.